a secret?
Yeah, sure.
Do you really want to know the secret?
Yes, I really want to know the secret. Okay. All right. Enough. I got to do this. They say money can't buy happiness, but it did yesterday. Hello, everyone. My name is Paige, and welcome to the Grub Report for January 22nd, 2022. Didn't we just do one of these on the 16th? Yes, we did. But around 1 p.m. on January 21st, Mez did his best impression of DJ Clue and dropped not one pre-order bomb, but 3 pre-order bombs on collectors. Now, I know you guys are pressed for time, so...
To get on, we have so much time and so little to do. Strike that. Reverse it.
So on January 21st, around 1 p.m., Mezco called for an all-hands-on-deck and dropped 1, 2, 3 pre-orders on us. Now, initially I said this was a secret drop because usually we kind of get a heads up a day or at least a few hours ahead of time. But this literally went live at 1 p.m. And then after that, the emails and social media notifications started going out. So the very first thing that popped up in my feed was the Wave Rider and Captain Nemo expansion pack. Now, we initially saw this in the original Captain Nemo solicitation, and then we got another preview of it in the data journal. And yes, it's finally made its way into the official pre-order status, and this thing looks very good. I have the original Wave Rider, and as I've said before, it's a good mix of steampunk and aquatic engineering, but this one looks like it's been updated with the times. Now, there's a lot of close-up shots that showcase the sculpt and the paintwork. This side piece looks like it's going to take up a lot of space. It measures out to about 12 inches wide and 16 inches long. You also notice there's engine tubes, control reins, a turnable tail rudder. It's hand-painted, it's highly detailed, as well as has, I think it's 6 pegs for multiple posing options. Now, another thing to consider is that because the pegs are farther back on the rider, this may allow you to have another figure to be able to stand on it as well. Now, this is just another option because maybe you weren't able to purchase multiple riders, but you were able to buy multiple sets of the crew members. This is kind of like a price point balancer. Now, with that being said, it comes with the expansion pack, which includes a wearable aqua vest with trident holster, trident staff, goggles, and a utility belt with functioning clasp and pouches. Now, I'm sure you guys remember when we talked about how the vest can be removed from Captain Nemo and how we went over the fur vest on the data journal. You see, it's all coming together now. This just looks like it's going to add to those high sea adventures by adding more of a rugged winter look. It looks like you could also probably use this with the other crew members, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Some people probably picked up multiples of this. I guess you're probably asking yourself, but how many Wave Riders do I really need? More, like 3 Wave Riders?
More.
What the does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
You're welcome.
What the is he talking about?
Now, if you have an eagle eye and you think that trident looks familiar, you are right. It looks like the one that they used with Aquaman, but this one seems like it's going to be coming in a different color, and it just has some different accent paint detailing. Now, the price point for this item was $90. The NRD was $22.50. The ERD, or estimated release date, is going to be June to August 2022. And as of January 22nd, this is currently available and still can be found at Mezco Select Fest website. I'll make sure that I put the link in the description below. Now, for some people, that might have been a little bit high on the price point, so let's downshift a little bit, and we'll go with the next offering, which is the Neon Nightmare Multicolor 4 Skull Set. Bang! Nailed it. So this is another multicolored skull offering to go with the neon, cosmic, matte, and glow-in-the-dark sets that we've previously gotten. But in this pack, you're going to get 4, as opposed to the previous ones where you got 12. This probably has to do something with the paint tech that they used, as well as this one has the pop-out peepers. Now, these obviously have the universal peg, so they should fit on most of the Mezco figures. If you go to the website, you'll be able to see a bunch of different bodies that these fit on, as well as multiple looks that you can get with the existing roster. Now, price point for this item was $25. It is a buy it now, so that means it should be in stock and should be shipping within the next 2 weeks. We'll see. And last but not least, we have the Nautilus crew. Well, technically the Nautilus Crew builder set. So we chatted about this before in the last Grub Report. What Mezco did here was give people a little bit of a, I guess, financial option, we can call it. So hear me out. Instead of making this a 4-character set, Mezco split it in half, and they're giving you 2 crew members, but they're including the 4 heads of the Nautilus crews. So if I'm doing my math right, carry the 2 divided by the square root of, yep, that's right, comes out to about $72 a figure, which is actually lower than the average price point for a figure. Plus, it also gives you options for multiple looks. I think if this set would have been sold as a 4-pack, it potentially could have been well over the $200 price point, which with the other offerings that were put up today, I think it would have put people in a position where they had to choose of either not buying it or buying it all. This kind of allows people to start off small. Maybe they have like 2 figures and they have that multiple look. And I guess if you're a pro at Photoshop, you can just create your own nautical brigade. Now, whether you bought it or not, this 2-pack is going to come with 2 bodies. It's going to come with 4 heads. It has 30 plus accessories to provide you with the possibility of multiple looks. And we already talked about this as well, but the 4-man crew consists of Mr. Jones, Kraken Jack, Ducky, and ATL. So in order to make this a full 4-man crew, you're going to have to buy 2 sets. Now, one of the biggest questions that's going around in the groups right now is the peg leg conspiracy. This is because one of the crew members has a peg leg, which means that if you get 2 sets, you're going to have 2 crew members with peg legs. No, I'm not pegophobic. The image shown only has 1 crew member with 2 legs. So people are wondering, are they going to have to buy 3 sets to complete the actual Nautilus crew? Now, I'm wondering if there's going to be an extra boot included in this set, or if there's going to be 2 crew members that automatically come with boots on, and then you take the boot off and the peg leg is the actual accessory plug-in option. It just seems to me like this would make the most sense, but we're going to have to wait to see until it comes out. Now, this set is also packed with a few other items such as 2 crew jackets, hats, scarves, or is it scarves because it's plural? I don't know. You guys can figure that one out. And there's an armory department where you'll get 2 Laden Thunderbolt rifles with harpoon launchers, 6 harpoons. Do not drop these into the carpet. 2 blast effects, 2 swords, 2 axes, 2 wrenches, and a land harpoon with a rope. And a partridge in a pear tree. Now, price point for this is going to be $145. The NRD was $36.25, and the ERD, again, estimated release date, is July to September 2022. So if you're paying attention, this means we'll see the Wave Rider first. And as of January 22nd, 2022, this is currently still available and can be found at Mezco Slugfest website, link in the description below. And that's it. But isn't that enough, really? I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I spent quite a bit of money today. But as I said before, as long as it's making you happy, it fits within your budget and your collection, I say,
Treat yourself.
I mean, this is insane.
But in all seriousness, I'm looking forward to getting these sets in hand. I have a bunch of ideas. I'm pretty sure everybody else is going to have a lot of fun with these. I can see people doing like funny, action-packed, and adventure shots. I think that's probably one of the cool things about this hobby is that there's so many people that can showcase these things in different ways. As I said before, these are still currently available for pre-order and buy it now. I honestly don't think that the pre-order is going to stay open after this weekend, so at least this gives you guys a little bit of time to kind of think and decide if this is going to fit within your collection and if it's right for you. Hopefully you guys found this video informative. I thank you guys very much for tuning in. My name is Paige, and this has been your Grub Report for January 22nd, 2022.
Is that it?
No. It's like a Marvel movie. There's like something at the end we gotta wait for. Hey, you stayed. And as your reward, guess what? You get some bonus content. Now, I saw this in the group. There was a bunch of people trying to draw the same comparisons between the original Wave Rider and the new one that's going to be come out. And no, I know that you should wait until you get it in hand, but I did want to point out a couple of things that kind of show the 20-year difference between the two, virtually of course, and possibly show you the reason why it was price point at $90. So this is the previous version of the Wave Rider, and then as you can see, even though this came out in 2001, this actually holds up very well, enough to where it looks like they used the same design from 2001. But if you put them side by side, there's a couple of little differences. Enhance. There are a few pieces that look like they actually have more sculpting detail. The first one that caught my eye was the turbine engine. As you move along, you'll notice that the engine also has sculpted exhaust manifolds. There are also sculpted accents, trim, and bolts on the foot guard holders. The underside, it looks the same, just more paint apps to bring out the sculpt detail. The one thing I did notice is that one of the images, it shows the pegs were completely missing from the Wave Rider. But later on, as you go through the solicitation, the pegs are actually in the holes. Another one of the differences between the older and the new one is that they give you an extra peg in the rear part of the rider. So it seems like they did a little bit of a design change with this as well. Now maybe this is an option where the pegs can be placed wherever the figure is going, so that way it can be posed and you don't see the other pegs sticking out of the vehicle. I think the first image looks really cool because you don't have those pegs sticking out. And as I said before, the more pegs, the more options that you can have, with the possibility of maybe putting another crew member on the back of the Wave Rider. So one of the biggest things that I noticed is that the 2022 version is going to be slightly larger. The 2001 version from fin to fin is about 11 inches in width, and the lob to the end of the tail is stretched out to about 14 inches. So going by the product specs of the new version, that's supposed to be 12 inches in width and 16 inches in length. So pretty much you're going to be getting a Wave Rider that's 1 inch wider and 2 inches longer. It's probably a little bit cold in 2001, I guess. Shrinkage. So with the Wave Rider, you're also going to get a coat, goggles, belt. We already talked about that. Those are all going to be new sculpts. The Trident, we already said that that's a little bit of reuse, but something that's comparable to that would be the soft goods pack, and that retailed about $50. So you're talking 50-40, maybe a split, 60-40. That's 100. Mass off on that. Regardless, at the end of the day, the price is the price. Everybody's going to have their reasons why it shouldn't cost $90 or why they're good with it cost $90. For me, I guess the price point's fair. People have to decide if it's for them or not. So enough of me rambling. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Video's over. So you guys can go play with your toys, take some photos, and whatever you do, just have fun. And
You on the flippity flip. Catch you on the flippity flip.